Hey guys, it's Stephanie.
I'm Trey.
This is your weekly dose of BS.
Okay, so last night, my friend Jordan, he texted my friend Claudia and I and was like, we were like, what are you doing? Da, da, da. And he was like, oh, I'm going out to drinks tonight with this boy named Dylan. We were like, who's Dylan?
Oh, and by the way, Jordan is a cutie patootie. He's just a cutie, and he has the best personality. Like, he has a really good personality.
Oh my gosh, I have to tell you something else that I did to Jordan yesterday that I can't say on here because oh my God, I have a good story for you to tell you later. And then I'll tell it on the podcast whenever I can. So last night we were like, who's Dylan? And he was like, this boy I met on New Year's. And we were like, we've never heard of Dylan. That's weird. New Year's was like 3 weeks ago.
Weren't you guys all together on New Year's?
No, because I was in New York.
Oh.
And he was here. I don't know what he was doing or where he was or who he was with. So, but apparently he was with Dylan. So, us being concerned friends, we were like, we need to go make sure this man Dylan is not up to some, shady business. So me and my friend Claudia, she picked me up last night. We put on disguises and went to go crash his date. Now, I thought we were both on board to like put on a wig, a big coat, some sunglasses, and like casually walk into a roundup and spy on his date. Claudia pulled up looking like herself.
Oh no, Claudia.
I was in a red bob that I've since named Reba because it looks like Reba McEntire. Then I had sunglasses.
Wait, does Reba McEntire have a bob? I thought she had like big country hair.
Well,
if Reba
regardless, I have my
had
own
a
Reba.
new haircut. Yes,
Yep.
maybe it was the color of Reba McEntire's hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we went and we were going to go crash his date. We pull up. I see his location. He's at Roundup. And then he sneaks out the back door of Roundup, gets in an Uber, and starts driving. So obviously we're tailing him. We go all the way to Deep Ellum. And I was like, Claudia, I think we've made a mistake here because you hate Deep Ellum. I hate Deep Ellum. Like, Deep Ellum's just not the vibe, especially on a Tuesday night. What are we doing?
Did somebody did one of them live in Deep Ellum?
No, they went to a club. I was like, we're going to a straight club.
Did they see you?
No, not yet. We're still tailing.
Okay.
So we get there, and I was like, Claudia, I can't wear Reba into a straight club. Like, this won't go well for me. You know what? Here's what I hate about Deep Ellum, is we walked up. I was wearing some Adidas sweatpants. They were fit nicely. They were tapered. They weren't like, some wide leg, comfy, house sweatpants. And the door guy was like, ugh, I can't let you in. And I was like, okay. I didn't even ask questions. Claudia was like, why? And he was like, he's wearing sweatpants. He was like, can you go home and change? And I was like, if I go home, I'm not coming back. I can guarantee you that. I barely came here. And the guy was like, okay, I'll let you in. But he's like, never wear sweatpants out again. And I was like, sir, I promise you I will never be back here.
You're like, sir, I'm gay. How dare you give me fashion advice?
Yeah, you're lucky I left my wig in the car. Like, please. So we go in. We're watching this date happen. Absolute train wreck. I could tell that he was wanting to leave as quickly as he could. And he left after about 10 minutes and tried to escape this date. That's when we got caught.
Oh, I started to say, did he see you?
He did.
Okay.
He found us. But let me just say, he needs to be a little more appreciative that, if he was ever kidnapped, we would already be on his trail.
Yes, that's a good friend.
Yep. I can't wait till your boys start dating and we do the exact same thing.
Oh my gosh, Trey, well, they already kind of do.
They go on the dates?
Well, they like meet their girlfriend at the mall.
What?
Yes. They do these like double dates. I'll let you know next time.
You
want to
borrow Reba?
Yeah, I'll be. Yeah, they will be. If they're not already embarrassed enough about me, they definitely will be then. They're like,
it's just good intel.
Oh my,
have.
Yes. So the date's a no-go.
The date's a no-go.
Okay.
Yeah. Jordan was trying to be real nice on my Instagram video about like, I don't know, but no, he's not interested in you, Dylan. Sorry.
Oh, no. Well, but please continue listening to us because it's not our fault. He doesn't like you.
Okay, so controversial topic.
Okay.
Monica Aldama, the girl from Cheer, the coach.
The head cheer coach on that show, that Netflix show.
Her son has been arrested and charged with 10 counts of child pornography.
What?
Yeah.
I swear that show, the bad stuff that follows that show is insane. That is insane. And also, like, as a mom, that would like absolutely destroy me.
So he is 27 years old. He was arrested and booked last Thursday. The arrest warrant is open and references grand jury indictment against him with at least 10 counts of possession of child pornography. He's prohibited from viewing pornography while he's out on bail. So Oh gosh. So we should note, this is a TMZ article. It says we should note in the docs, prosecutors cite evidence that they have included several videos with file names describing children engaging in sex acts that are
Oh
under
my
the age
God.
of 10.
Okay, that's horrible. Okay, he's a horrible person.
So this is not the first issue we've had among that cast of like weird sexual things with children. So there was Jerry Harris, and then there was another one. His name's not in the article, but there was another one.
It was I don't
I don't
know.
want to say his name and get it wrong
Yeah, but I
and
know
accuse
what you're
someone.
talking
But there,
about. They
there
were
were
like
two
yes.
that were tied to this. And then I know some people that knew people in that circle, and apparently there were others that were quietly dealt with. But Jerry Harris was kind of the first big one that they very publicly arrested. Um,
Okay,
so
so this is I think a problem with and I
this
don't
is a problem.
yes, but also if you look at the because it's a lot of like well this is I don't know if he was a cheerleader or not, but if you look at that like competitive cheer world, it is I think one of the hardest parts, especially with people with younger kids, is they don't really do these groups by ages. They do them with oh my goodness, skill level. So you
Yes.
will have like grown men who are, you know,
Hmm.
over 18 with probably 10, 11, 12-year-old kids that have the same skill level as older people. So you have like I don't have kids in cheer. I know Brandy does and I know that she's very hands-on and I feel like if I did have kids in cheer, I would be I would be gone all the time like Brandy, making sure everything was safe because you do have like people in different ages that should not be together all the time, like doing this. And a lot of bad stuff can happen if there's I don't
Yeah,
know.
cheer just
Maybe that's why so much goes on in it. It's just because I know I read some stuff with the Jerry thing back in the day, and it was a lot of people, a lot of the things that he did were within that cheer circle.
yeah. Oh no,
And
it was a lot of it was like bribing these
yes,
boys if they want to be on a higher ranking, do XYZ.
yes. It's just so gross.
I
It's
have a
just
lot of I
so
have a
yeah.
lot of thoughts on that.
I'm actually glad I did like the cheer show when it was out. I'm glad it's not on anymore. I think that that's like that is a 100% thing where somebody is taken off the air in a show that did really I mean, it was
Yeah,
always like I mean, its
they did very
first
well.
2 seasons, it was always like number 1, number 2 on Netflix. And I know they lost a lot of money, potential money taking it off the air, but that is a time when you should do that because that is it was just not
Yeah.
yeah, just not okay, and that's disgusting, but it does yeah, it does surprise me, but also, like, you hear so much about that world, and the only thing I can think of is
Well,
just kind of what I know, and I just know that there's a lot of mixing of different ages. It would almost be like being in school and having, like, you know, people Cruz's age with, like, seniors and, like,
yeah.
like, it's just, like, some you should not mix certain things.
Yeah, it's just okay, so let me ask you this, and I'm gonna rope, like, dance moms into
Yeah.
this kinda whole thing. Do you feel like the issue here is that we're sexualizing children?
I think it is okay, so here, I think it is and I am a girl
Because
who did
that's how it
pageants, so it's
feels.
also I mean, I did pageants when I was little, and it's also like, full hair and makeup, and I get that and I know a lot of people are gonna have kids that do dance and cheer, and I'm not but I think mostly, I think a lot of it is, in my opinion, the parents. Like with these, especially these shows, like you're supposed to protect your kids, not exploit them. And a lot of times it feels like very much like they're being exploited
Mm.
to be on a reality show at such a young age. And I had kids on Housewives, but I guarantee you my kids had a say. And I did not have them on a lot because I think it can really mess kids up.
I just think there needs to be a much deeper investigation into 1, into that school,
Yeah.
2, into the organizations. A lot of these are private organizations, by the way. These are not like nonprofits. These are for-profit companies that
Yeah.
run a lot of these. There should be a much deeper investigation to what's going on there if we've got 3 arrests from the same show for the same thing.
Well, but a lot of it is, I think, inside that world of competitive
Yeah.
cheer. It's not really the college. It's
Right.
more of like they all work for different like cheer teams and
Well,
cheer
but we got 3
organizations.
pedophiles in one city. That's not a lot.
But trust me, I'm sure there's a lot more I think it's maybe an organizational thing, and I'm sure that
Yeah.
they're working on fixing that, but you have to find a way to really
Work
protect the
faster.
children. Yeah, like
Yeah.
really protect because that's scary. That's
Yeah.
terrifying. Okay, so on a brighter note, how good does my hair look this morning? I don't know if
Your
you've
hair
noticed.
always looks good.
But it really, I'm not joking, it really does. I've been taking such good care of my hair, not to brag, but I have been taking good care of my hair. It's kind of crazy. I didn't realize how many people that follow us use Nutrafol until we started talking about it. I talk about Nutrafol a lot on my personal Instagram as well. And my mom's taking it. I'm taking it.
My
a lot
mom
of people
takes it.
Your mom takes it too?
Yeah. I mean, Nutrafol's the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement. They have over 1 million people that are seeing thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding.
Yes. And I can say with me, I would get in the shower and wash my hair, and my hair would I would have so much hair in the drain. I would shed so much. And my mom, the same thing. And I was like, I'm telling you, use Nutrafol. It will definitely make a difference. And she's been using it for like 4 months. And I asked her yesterday about it, and she was like, I have noticed such a difference in my hair. Consistency is key, though. You really do have to. You really do have to give it 2 to 3 months to really start noticing some results.
And everyone's root causes of hair thinning are different, so it's not like a one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth. Like that just doesn't work. Nutrafol has multiple formulas that are tailored to give your hair what it needs to grow throughout different stages, such as postpartum and menopause, as well as different lifestyles. And there's also stuff for a plant-based diet.
Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off of your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code WeeklyDose. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and hairstylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, which is spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code WeeklyDose. I have another job. You know what? I get rid of jobs with Travis, and then he gives me another job. So I'm sitting, he's in the bathtub. Everything in our life starts out with him being in the bathtub or the shower, if you notice this.
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
in the bathtub. I go in, and he's like, hey, I have a job for you. And I'm like, I just quit my last one with you. Like, I got rid of it. Like, what? I don't want a job. I'm fine being my fabulous self. So I am now over Holman Locker's TikTok account. Now, how I got suckered into this, where I have to now go and not only create things for myself, which I don't even post on Instagram that much. Now I have to go and do his TikTok account for his company, and that is my new job.
He has a whole marketing team. Why did you get roped into this?
They did not do it. So guess who is doing it? So I get on my Instagram. Well, there's a reason I'm telling you this. I get on my Instagram and ask people to. I get on my Instagram and tell people, hey, I'm over Holman Locker's TikTok account. Please, if you would just go follow it and watch my video and like it, I'd really, really appreciate it. My first little video. So anyway, you guys did the Lord's work. Trey, under the first video, you have to read some of the comments.
Okay, let's see.
This is like
whoever.
I just want to thank you guys in advance. That's why I'm bringing this to your attention.
Whoever does your social media deserves a raise.
Amen. Yes.
Said Jay Squared. Corey Sean Cash said the editing was incredible. At Stephanie Holman deserves a raise, extra vacation hours. Give her whatever she wants. I'm looking at you, Travis. Carl Cray said iconic editing. Casa MG said cute. Chris Evans ate my ass said the editing wasn't that bad, Steph.
Wait, Chris, I need you to be more powerful on that.
Michelle Griggs 67 said great job, Steph. Jerica Drone said best TikTok video I've ever watched. Rachel Howard said, man, your TikTok creator is killing it. She needs to be promoted right now. Someone else said you did a great job. I am now a follower. Someone said the manager of this page is killing it. She's a keeper. Stephanie, you slayed it. Your social media team needs a raise.
Yes. So
wow.
I'm just
now,
saying.
this is after your viral video of Travis's eyebrows came out.
Yes.
He hired you for this job.
Yeah, I think he was like, "You know what? You have nothing better to do than to make fun of me." So, but yeah, so thank you guys so much. I was dying laughing at the comments. I made sure Travis sat and watched them. So thank you so much for doing the Lord's
Well,
work.
if you want to follow her new business page, it's at Holman Lockers on on
Yes.
TikTok.
Yes, it's very
That
special.
first video has 7,300 views. She has
Yes.
655 followers. We will check back next week. So,
Yes. My goal is to have more than our company's Instagram account because I don't do
which
that
is what?
one. I think it's like
I want to find
4,000.
out.
Yeah.
Holman?
Yeah, we're gonna find out. See, I'm like literally in competition with
Holman Lockers has
oh shoot.
6,451 followers.
Okay, so if you're listening, follow
We
my
need
TikTok.
every single one of you.
Yes, follow my company TikTok page.
Oh, man.
So this is another job I'm not getting paid for. Yay me!
What? I thought
Yes.
you were getting paid for this.
No, I'm trying to talk him into it. So if you could just write
You
stuff
also
under
need
the
a
comments.
DM.
Yes.
What's his Instagram handle?
Travis Holman. Easy
Yes.
peasy. Yeah.
DM him and
just-
say, Stephanie needs to be paid.
Yeah. Say you really should pay her for her incredible TikTok editing.
Yep.
Yes. So
Oh,
it's
man.
so it's so fun. So now every Monday I get to go into the office and pull people aside and have them create TikToks. You know they love me. You know they're like, where did I go
That's the
wrong
best
in
part
life?
of their
But
week.
this is what I'm doing.
Oh, man. That's very
Um,
nice.
On other news, I am going to Oklahoma this weekend with my grandmother, my mom, and my sister to gamble at Choctaw Casino. Now, is my grandmother addicted to gambling? Yes. Am I fueling that addiction? Yes. But is she too old to change? Yes. So we're just going to go for it.
Yep.
Like sometimes you just have to be like, you know what? Just live your best life.
That is going to be
Just
such a glamorous
play
trip.
those penny machines.
You know what? Choctaw is very nice.
It's really fun.
It's much nicer than the other one.
Yes, and you know what? We're going to a concert there. You know they have concerts there.
Yes, they do. Who's performing?
Old Dominion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they're playing. I feel like that would be a good one. And also, I've been to casino. This is the thing. If you're older and you don't like to stand up the whole concert, and because you can't see, go to a casino concert because everyone sits down. They're all pretty much older, people that go there, and like everyone sits down. It's very relaxing. You just sit there, listen to your music, sing along. It's great. I did it with my family. It was great.
Well, sounds like from the band perspective, that would suck. But
Well,
from
yeah,
the
I'm
fan
sure that
perspective,
they're
great.
like, but also if you go to, because did you know this? Have you ever gone to a casino concert?
No.
Okay, so if you go to a concert at the casino, and I learned this last time that Travis, I, and the children went, they start on time. There's no like
Oh.
opening acts. Like it. Also, it's right up my alley too because I don't like to wait for till 11 for the person to come on. So if it's an 8 o'clock concert, they are singing at 8 o'clock, and they finish at like 9:15. I mean, it's very like they're
And then
in
you just
and
walk
out.
back to your room and go to bed.
And then you walk back into your room. Yes. And then and then you're done. But my grandma will stay up till like 3 or 4 a.m.
oh.
Like my mom was like, I'm kind of concerned because she was like, because your Nana doesn't want to go to bed. And Tiffany and I will go to bed and leave my mom with my grandma. And I was like, well, this
Good
is your
night.
quality time with your mom. But my mom will have to beg her to go to bed. She's
Oh
like,
my
I'm so
gosh.
tired. Yes. And here's the deal. I think I've never won big at a casino. I've maybe won like $300 or $400, right? That's not life changing. But
No.
everybody that I know who is addicted, and I do think I do have people in my family, my like family tree who are, but there's really not much to do in Oklahoma. So, but also they've all won jackpots,
Oh, like how big?
like 20, 30, 40,000. So they've all
Oh.
won like a significant amount of money. I never have. So maybe so I kind of can see, I was talking to my mom because she loses too every time she goes. But I'm like, maybe if I, back in the day, especially in my younger day, went and I won and I pulled like a $40,000 thing, maybe in my mind I'd be like, oh, this
Yeah.
is going to happen again. Maybe I just have never won. So I go in knowing that I am contributing to the light bill of the casino. Like I am going to go there and help them pay their electric bill
It's so nice
for
of
the
you.
month. I'm giving like that, but I never go in thinking I'm going to win.
You know, there was a guy that used to live in my building when I had lived in the high rise in Victory Park, and I would see him in the elevator with like wads of cash.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, I'm a professional poker player. I just won this at Choctaw and I'm dropping it off and going back. But he won enough money to where he felt like he had to come home Drop it off. Not go to your nearest Chase Bank branch. Drop it off and then go back.
Yes. Do you ever go to casinos? They're fascinating. They
I go
really.
like Vegas, but I don't ever like. I'm not ever like, you know what I should do today? Go to a casino.
Well, you should. You should come with me because it is a good time. But it's interesting if you walk around and just look at the people playing and how much money they're playing. Like
It's a lot.
Like there are some like just machines. It's like $50 a pool.
Yeah.
There's some that are like $100 a pool. So
I get upset when I lose 25 cents a press on a button.
Oh, I do pennies, and I mean, I get stressed out about that. Like I give myself. This is what I'll do this weekend. I will give myself an allowance. So there's like so much money that I will spend and lose, and then after that, I'm done. But yeah,
see, I will do that in Vegas, but if I'm down like $20, I'm like, ooh, okay, we're just gonna go to the mall and spend this on something else instead.
Yeah, because you're like me. Like I would
like,
rather buy something that I like and that I want to wear instead of
and I have
like
a souvenir.
Yes.
Instead of just a little piece of paper that says I have 40 cents left.
Yes. And if you think about how much money they make on those, like think about all the people who don't have enough to like pull the penny machine anymore, like 15, 20, 25. I bet you they make millions of dollars on the change that nobody can use that's just stuck on those little tickets.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So smart.
Isn't that crazy?
I swear, if I could open a casino, I would.
Yeah, I love when people are like, I'm going to go to Vegas and I'm just going to rob them blind. Really? You think they built that giant billion-dollar casino because they don't make money? No.
Yes. Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. So anyways, but that's what I'm doing this weekend. We're having a girls' weekend. And my grandma's older, and she really she does have like some health problems, and there's not a lot that really makes her happy in life, So this is the one thing. So I'm like, so
nice.
once a year, this is what we do. So this is our annual girls gambling trip.
Oh, that's nice.
So excited.
I went to Vegas once. This is maybe like 6 years ago with someone who wired money ahead of time to the casino we were going to. The casino sent a plane for this person, had like this big suite, like had bottles of Cartier champagne in the suite. And I was like, how much money did you wire in order for them to do that? He wired over $250,000. I was like, are you stupid? Like, I was like, what if you lose? And he was like, then I lose. And I was like, ugh.
Oh my. Okay, so I have people, not even wealthy people that I know that I may or may not be related to, who
Travis?
no, not Travis.
Oh.
I will say Travis, he's like I told you his like big
He
thing.
hates to waste money.
He hates wasting money. He's always like, a fool and his money will be parted. So we'll go to a casino and he hates it. Like he will maybe gamble $200 and he's like the whole time he's like, this is stupid. I am like literally throwing money out the window. This is the stupidest thing. He like hates to gamble. But I do have people that I know who gamble obviously so much, and it's not like they have like $200,000-$300,000 to throw, but they go so often and gamble so much where they will go on free cruises, like multiple free cruises a year. They will get like free every time they go. They get free hotel rooms.
Yes.
They are like, hey, do you guys want to go to a Cowboy game and stay in the suite? I have somebody that I know whose husband didn't know that she was gambling as much as she was. They offered her to come to a Cowboy game. And then they were like in this huge suite, and her husband looks at her and he's like, what have you done? How much money have you gambled away of ours? And
Zach's
she's like,
dad like gets sent on cruises and trips and all this. And I don't think he's throwing down like 10 stacks. I think he's just like, a good customer.
Yes.
And they will send him to like all sorts of different places on free trips. And like, good for you.
Yeah. Like it's crazy. Yes.
I want to get to the point where I can somehow scam the point system to where they think I'm spending all this money, but I'm really not. I'm just like, maybe I'll put like $1,000 down on a roulette table, but I'm going to bet black and red. So it looks like I'm betting 1,000 at a time, but I'm really not.
You have to get like one of those gambling cards, which I don't, what I'm talking about? Like whenever you go there and it's like you go all the time and you have that little card. I think that's what I don't know but I'm going to.
Yes. But I'm just going to get one of those and I'm just going to bet black and red. It's a safe bet because I'm going to win and lose.
Yes.
But
what's your favorite? Okay, so if we gambled together, what's your favorite thing to play?
Not slots. I feel like I never went on slots. I like roulette.
Oh, okay. Okay. You need to do slots with me because in Oklahoma, they do like on a bingo system. And there's like one game in particular that I feel like I always do win a little bit on.
I've heard that Choctaw has better payout rates
Mm-hmm.
than like Vegas does. Like you're
Yeah,
gonna win
probably.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I treat roulette like
Do you
it's where
pick
the
a
Lord is calling me, and I sit there and I'm like, Jesus, what number should I put this money on?
So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I am, and also it's my sister's birthday on
Oh,
on Sunday. So we're gonna go. Yeah,
oh, how fun!
so exciting.
Okay, if you've got a trip planned in the next few months, you have to check out Base. I feel like every time I went to the airport before I started using Base, I would notice that people are using their weekender or their suitcases, and I was like, all right, next time at the airport, that's gonna be me because they just look sleek and easy to use. And here's the thing about my luggage is it either is really nice or it looks like it tumbled down a concrete mountain. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
Like
Well, and if it
we all
looks
have
really,
that suitcase
yes,
that's just like barely holding on by a wheel.
yes. Well, and also I like to, if I do not have to put something under the airplane, I do not because they will mess your suitcase up all the time.
Mhm.
So I have the Bays Weekender and I love it.
But you know
love
what I
it.
love about Base luggage is it looks better with miles. And there are a lot of suitcases that don't. I'm going to give you an example. There are a lot of people that spend a lot of money on these metal suitcases
Mhm.
that I watched one tumble down the jet bridge a few weeks ago. And I was like, well, now it's dented. What are you going to do?
Yes.
Base looks better with miles. And listen, Base has thought of everything that you could ever want in a piece of luggage. They have 360-degree gliding wheels, a cushioned handle, built-in weight indicator. That is so valuable. There is nothing more stressful than getting there and being like, am I going to have to pay an extra $100 for this or not? It is also, they have washable bags for your dirty clothes and all of the interior pockets you need to keep organized.
Right now, Base is offering our listeners 15% off of your first purchase by visiting basetravel.com/WDBS. Go to basetravel.com/WDBS for 15% off of your first purchase. That's BEIS travel.com/WDBS.
Yeah, really, go check it out. They have some really sleek stuff.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Valentine's Day is coming up, and, I'm not really worried about what to get Travis or what he gets me. Well, also, I know that you always send him things, so I'm not really worried about what he gets me at all. But my kids
I gotta
have
start sending him
girlfriends,
things.
both
Oh.
of them. Okay, so what is a cute Valentine's Day gift that's not overwhelming? Because I have to be careful that, they're not.
I like an experience over a gift. I think taking this girl to do something would be more meaningful than like, here's a gift. Like, get her some flowers.
So you just think like flowers.
I wouldn't get her like a nice gift. I mean, she's what, 12?
One of them's 12 and one of them's 14.
Yeah, so I would definitely not.
Like maybe flowers or chocolates for the
Yeah, something like, romantical.
something. Yes. Did you know that people don't send flowers to school anymore?
What do you mean?
Well, my kids told me this. Maybe it's just their schools because I was like, oh, because Chance messaged me talking about Valentine's Day. You want me to read what he wrote me?
Oh.
Valentine's Day for his girlfriend. He does not listen, so.
Shocker.
Yeah, shocker. Okay, so he wrote me and said, can I get a gift for my girlfriend for Valentine's Day? And I said, yes, what do you want to get her? And he said, just like 2 little stuffed animal things because she loves them, and maybe like a cute card and flowers. Also, maybe chocolates because it's Valentine's. And then I
Okay.
wrote him, here's a little secret, trying to be like the cool mom, right? And give him advice. All girls love flowers and feel so special when a big arrangement is sent to them at school on Valentine's Day because it makes other girls jealous. You can get her something else, but definitely let's send a really pretty flower arrangement to school for her. That's what people used to do in my day. And he said, Mom, people don't do that anymore.
So that was your day.
I will look crazy. And then that's it. So
Well, I remember they used to you could buy a rose for like $1 and write someone's name down and they would deliver it to them at some point throughout the school day.
But okay, so you weren't in school that long ago. Like
Yeah.
you're younger than me.
I don't
Whenever
know
you went to school, my parents sent me flowers every year, like a little arrangement. But I always had like
Maybe.
1 or 2 girls at school who had boyfriends, and they would get like a dozen roses, and the rest of us were like, "Oh man, I'm so
I don't know. I
jealous."
just know there was always one bitch that had some Costco-sized teddy bear that she would drag
Yes.
around all day. I wonder if they still sell those. If they
But,
do, that'd be a good gift to
If
get.
you want to be that girl that has the Costco-sized teddy bear when you're
Yeah.
not that girl that has the Costco-sized teddy bear.
Yeah.
One
I don't
time,
know.
I broke up with a boy because it was gonna be Valentine's Day soon. This was one of my first
Mm.
boyfriends. I was very like, we were boyfriend, girlfriend, but I really didn't want anyone to know because I liked him, but I wanted to keep it secret.
Mm.
We went to the same school, okay? Anyway, and I knew that he was gonna send me flowers to school, and I did not want that. That was just because I did not really want a lot of people knowing we were together, okay? So, I broke up with him, like, 2 days before Valentine's Day,
Oh.
and guess what? It
What?
was too late to cancel that order.
Ooh.
I still got those I felt so bad, my mom made me call him and apologize.
For breaking up with him?
Yes.
She made you call and apologize for breaking
Yes.
up with him?
Yeah, she was like, "You need to call and apologize to that young man and say thank you." He had to go send you all these flowers. But so I thought with my kids that was still the thing to do. Like if you're with somebody and you buy them flowers, it's like such a romantic gesture. And you send it to the
Interesting.
school. Because I always told Travis, I don't work, I don't have a job, like a career. Like I don't have an office for you to send flowers to. I think it's just so much
Mhm.
more fun to receive things if it's like coming to your office and it's like, oh, Stephanie Holman.
Yeah.
Your husband
Someone else
thinks
sees it.
you're like amazing. And then you set it there and everyone's like, seeing it
You
and you
should
feel so
send
special.
yourself flowers to the Holman office.
Oh, yeah, I should. And from Travis.
Or be like,
uh,
from Stephanie to Stephanie.
yes, you are so wonderful. I love you
From your
very
secret
much.
admirer.
Yes.
Good job on all the TikTok work.
Yes. Here's a bonus.
Yep. I used to have like girlfriends in high school. Like when you like the dollar rose, they would like send them to me. And I had like
Ooh.
20, I had the most roses.
That's
I
so,
was like,
see, you are
suck it,
that
straight
person that
boys.
everyone's so jealous
Yep.
of. Okay, so what are you doing? Okay, so you and Zach, do you guys like, I hate going out to eat on Valentine's Day. Do you guys like
No.
you'll cook at home
Yeah.
or, yeah. Do
It's
you
just,
guys do
it's a
like,
Hallmark holiday. Like, I don't need a reason to like celebrate him. Like, if I celebrate him every day.
Travis, are you listening? You need to celebrate me
Yep.
every day. I think I annoy Travis every day. He's like, oh God, you again.
Yeah, I'm starting to annoy Zach every day, but he's just gotten used to it. You know what? Are you watching Love on the Spectrum?
Yes, I literally have. It's my favorite show ever,
It is
ever.
the best television. We were
Yes.
watching it, and Zach's trying to convince me that I have autism. I don't think I have autism. I actually did a test last night. I scored very low on like the autism ranking.
I see. You definitely don't have autism. We have a friend who went with us for. Oh my goodness, the last time we went to Montana. Oh, over the New Year's,
Mm-hmm.
and their son has autism, and he's hysterical. Like that's
Well,
why
there's different
he's-
like levels.
Yes, I
mind
mean
you, yeah.
he's definitely more like Tanner, like just like
he's my
he's
favorite.
by far my favorite. He is
Ah.
so funny.
He's like Buddy the Elf.
Yes, he's like so funny. The scene whenever he had the umbrella,
So
I was
good.
If you've not watched it, you have to watch it. It is so funny. And so this kid is kind of the same, like and I'm like, oh my gosh, whenever you turn 18, you have to do Love on the Spectrum. It's like you would be so good on it. But I'm sitting there, I have these silver, and I'm in Montana, I have these silver like boots, the
Those
moon boots,
boots.
yeah. And he's like, Stephanie, and he's and like, I think the best thing is he just says what he thinks, right? Like
Mhm.
there's no consideration for your feelings, which I kind of love. He's like, Stephanie, I like your boots. And I said, oh, thank you. And he said, it makes you look like the Tin Man. And I'm like, oh my God. Like he just says all kinds of like just really funny things. But I love it. My favorite is by far Tanner. He's
so good.
so funny. He's just so sweet. And he says his thing in life is to spread
Spread love and joy.
like kindness to everybody. He has you're right, like such Buddy the Elf
Mhm.
vibes. He's so adorable, and it makes me want to go to the hotel he works at just so I can say hi to him. He's like that much of a. But also, what I've noticed watching these shows, you also have like Abby. I think her boyfriend of 2 years is David.
Yep.
And at the end, did you watch the end of it yet?
No, I'm on like episode 4.
The ending is so amazing. Can I tell you what happens?
Okay.
Okay, so they're setting in Africa.
Mhm. Which,
And-
by the way, I'm so happy they have the production budget to send Abby to Africa.
Yes,
Is she in Africa the whole season?
so like they end in Africa. So they
Okay.
ended in Africa. And like they're talking and also I love that they are just like so open about their feelings towards each other. That's one thing I've noticed that the Love on the Spectrum, everyone who's on there does. Like they say how they feel and they don't hold back. And I think a lot of times we
Yeah.
do. Like I definitely know there are times whenever I do and their relationships are just so pure. And so they're talking. He gifts her like every time he gives her a gift, it's always like something from Tiffany's, right? So he gives her this Tiffany's
Oh.
necklace, so romantic. And then he breaks out in a Lion King song. Tell me the Lion King songs.
I just can't wait to be king.
No, like a romantic one.
Oh, I have no idea.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Can you feel the love tonight?
Oh.
They break out in a duet. He starts singing, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? And then she starts singing with him. They are in a full duet of Can You Feel the Love? It is like my fantasy. Like she is living her Disney princess dream. Like truly, like she said, I want to be a Disney princess, I think season 1. And she's living that. Like they
Good for
create
her.
that whole, like I think you can learn a lot about like love and relationships through watching Love on the Spectrum. Another one that's not so widely talked about, and it's been out for a while, is Down with Love. Have you seen that?
No. Maybe I've seen an episode.
It is they follow people with Down syndrome who are looking for love. And it's also one of my favorite shows. And it is as wholesome as Love on the Spectrum. It is so, so good. But it also makes you realize, because I remember being in school, did I ever tell you that my first 2 crushes when I was little, one of them, didn't talk a lot. He was very quiet, but he was cute. And he was my first crush. And then come to find out he's autistic. And then my second guy that I had a crush on turned out to be gay. So my two, so those are like my 2 first crushes. But you know, and I like the gay guy because he would like sit and like, he was very nice to me and he would always compliment what I was wearing.
He would also say exactly what he was thinking.
And then he would like, I remember he had really good penmanship. Like he had, anyways, he was just nice. And all the other guys, I felt like would kind of be like try too hard and almost be a little jerky. And this guy was just so nice. And I liked how nice he was. Anyway, what was where did I go into that? But Down with Love is so good as well because I did not realize until I started watching these shows that yes, people who have Down syndrome, they want the same thing as the rest of us. They want love. They want to get married. And same with people who are autistic. Maybe because I always felt like, like a lot of times people with autism did not like the physical, but they do. They want that relationship. They just have to be comfortable with the person. I've learned so much just
absolutely
from those 2 shows.
Such
I
a
think
good
they're
show.
so good.
There's that one scene where I can't think of his name, but that guy is in the speed dating.
Oh my gosh. And he is like, I know who you're talking about.
No, like right in front of her.
Yes. I was dying. And then at some point, like a producer comes up and they're like, excuse me, are you doing that whenever they're sitting there? And he's like, am I not supposed to? And he's like, well, no. That's so wholesome.
The producers are so gentle. And you can tell, I don't think last year the producers like broke the 4th wall and talked.
Yes.
This year they kind of had to because it's like they know them. They're going to talk to him. Like, we got to keep this thing moving. It was just so good.
But they are. Like, those are
such
the kind
a good show.
Because I think sometimes TV producers, especially reality TV producers, get a bad rap. But I would agree with you. The producers that do both of those shows, like Love on the Spectrum and Down with Love, they're not
trying to make the cast look bad.
No.
They're really trying to like understand.
Yes.
What's going on inside their head.
Yeah, like I feel like they really go in and do such a good job of letting all of the people on there be like authentic and authentically good people. Because here's the deal, like sometimes with reality TV, they want to make, they want you to be likable, but they also want you to be, look a little bad because you have to, there has to be. But I love that they just let them be who they are, authentically, and they let them shine.
Yeah, I really love that some of them are like, so I'm famous now.
I know. Oh my gosh, like that one guy you were talking about, he was like so worried because people are going to know him. And he was like, you saw what happened to Princess Diana. And his mom's like, well, we're not part of the royal family.
He's like voicing his concerns for being on the show while filming the show.
Oh yeah, it's so cute. It is, you have to watch it. If you are listening to our show and you are like, what is this? It's on Netflix. It is
Love on the Spectrum, season 2.
Watch season 1 and 2. They're both so good.
It's a lot of the same cast.
Yes.
The breakout stars make it to season 2.
Yes. And it's really, really, really good. And it'll really make you think differently of like love, and it'll make you, for me, I think there's a lot that the world could learn from everybody who's on there. I really do.
They all just have a really good outlook on life.
Yes. I agree.
So, wow, we have talked for a long time.
I know. Well, thank you guys so much. I'll come back next year, and I may be like a big winner. My life could be changed. I could
Next
have hit
year?
or next week.
Oh,
I mean, I'm telling you, I'll come back.
unless she wins, she's out of here.
Yeah, I may not. If
You
I
won't know
hit it
she's
real
rich, but there'll be
big,
signs.
if I hit it real big, maybe I'll take a year off and let Trey just figure it out, and then come back after I blow all my winnings.
Yep.
But that probably isn't going to happen. So I'll come back next week and let you know how much I won at the casino.
Yep, and we'll let you know how many TikTok followers Holman Lockers has.
Yes. Please follow and do the Lord's work.
Amen. Stephanie, where can people follow you?
Steph Holman on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
You can follow me at Trey_Stewart. You can follow our podcast at BS the Podcast, and you can watch us on YouTube at Weekly Dose of BS.
Bye.
Yay Networks.